All right. Hey, what's up? Man. Okay, so I'm trying to just get shit in order now. It's so hard. Yeah, it's really hard to get stuff in order. Sorry, I said shit. So this is definitely not going to be for kids. This video. Um, but luckily I'm not monetized right now, so I'm not gonna get demonetized anytime soon. Um, Yeah, this will be a pretty short one because I'm running out of time. I kind of mistimed my morning endeavors and I only have a certain amount of time to do things in the morning, so I might as well just get stuff moving forward. Yes, I'm trying to be high energy. Yes, my hair is a mess. I haven't gotten a haircut in like God knows how long. Okay. Well, I wouldn't say God knows. Yeah, no, everybody. It's about 4 months now, more than 4 months. I don't actually remember the last time I actually got a haircut, but I couldn't at least go to the what do you call that, barber or whatever for since March. Now there could have been many times in between that I could have had an excuse to get a haircut, but I'll say this much that I haven't been too excited about the prospect of getting a haircut. But I did see yesterday, I went to, what do you call that? What town was that? I went to Stanhope, New Jersey yesterday. Stanhope is pretty interesting in that, oh, by the way, as you've noticed that these journals have taken on a bit of a personal kind of version, a personal, how do I put it? Thing. Like I guess like I'm still going to be talking about the search for eternal life. I started that and I can't stop that. I will never stop that. But until I'm ready to do that, I have to stick with the personal version of my journal. Okay, so that's what this is. So what that in short, what that is alluding to, man, is that I'm just gonna find substitute videos to talk about things in my life while I get prepared to do the search for eternal life. Now, let me continue on with what I was saying. Okay, this is important. Oh, is it? Yeah. No. Okay, so I was in Stanhope, New Jersey. Now, Stanhope's an interesting town. Stanhope, New Jersey, because it's one of those towns in Sussex County that's really kind of irregular. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna be doing this. I'm just gonna be doing a little video so we can watch together. YouTube.com. Let's find what Stanhope's all about. Oh, I don't even know if the sound's gonna work on this, but Stanhope, New Jersey. Dylan Reese. I don't know who Dylan Reese is. The Vanilla Tour. Oh, I better not just click on random videos, right? Wild West City Part 1. That looks like kind of a thing that would happen in Stanhope. There's apparently a theme park there. I did not see that yesterday. I'll tell you my experiences, and I'll tell you my experiences first. So Stanhope is very there's people who are probably diehard Stanhope people here, but it's very randomly distributed. There seems to be a lot of construction there, and it's very akin to a lot of towns that are in that area that they have small strip mall sections. Okay. Population was 3,610. I could tell that there didn't seem to be too many people in that town, which is fine. I mean, that's actually cool. I like small towns, but I don't also like kind of closed in randomly distributed small towns per se. Like, for instance, everything like Fairlawn, for instance. I like Fairlawn. Fairlawn is not exactly a small town. It's like got 50,000 people or something in it, but I like the grid system in Fairlawn, but it's too the trees are too I don't know, constricting. Okay, so I know you don't want to hear too much about the construction of a town I didn't go to, But just to talk about Stanhope a little, Stanhope was formed and active in New Jersey in 1904. So this town was around for a long time, and it kind of seemed like it was, and it seemed like maybe a lot of these towns that are like embedded in New Jersey's northern counties have been there for a little bit and kind of stuck that way, for their existence. But I did go to a shop right there, and that shop right looks like it was founded in 1935. Okay, that's interesting. They like, their shop right looked like it hadn't even been updated to the modern logo, for one thing, the modern font. I wish I had taken a picture. I'll just, for these vlogs, I'll just take a picture because, daily pictures are important. So I'll be doing that more. But, either way, it's like these towns are very, they're interesting to walk around. I tell you, like, it feels like the little items that are distributed through the town randomly are those that would be on the cover of Weird New Jersey. Okay, whoever is a fan of Weird NJ. 2.188 square miles, so twice the size of Hoboken, with probably a third of the population. What is the population of Hoboken, actually? Let's see. Hoboken, New Jersey. Hoboken is a Hudson County city, having grown by 50,005. So think about it, and just, the square footage of Hoboken is, I think it should say, it's about a mile. It says 2.011 mile. Land is 1.275 miles. So, but they call Hoboken the mile city or something, the mile square city. It actually covers about 1.25 square miles of land, an area of actually 2 square miles when including underwater parts in the Hudson River. Okay, so there's underwater parts of Hoboken. But Stanhope is about twice in land, I believe. Land is not twice, but 1.836. So about 1/3 larger in square mileage of land than Hoboken. But it's got 3 divided by 50. You can imagine, like, a tiny percentage of the population. All right. There's 31.7 households with children under the age of 18 living in them. 53 were married couples. So, that sounds like, standard town. Council Gene Ronco to serve as the balance of the term ending. It doesn't, I wonder, it's got its own politics. Registered as Republicans. 31 versus 39, so more Republican. 48. 39 versus 48% Republican, and mostly is registered as an unaffiliated. It seemed like it could have been an unaffiliated town, that's probably just so that they can decide, because, like, since it's just such a large number of people that are unaffiliated. I honestly thought it was more of a Republican town. It is more of a Republican town, but I thought it was much more of a Republican town. But I guess these days everybody's more unaffiliated, right? Who knows which way the political pendulum will swing. And, there's a third party that everyone probably is more interested in voting for, so let's do it. 2012 President Mitt Romney received 843 votes ahead of the Democrat with 738 votes, and other candidates with 29 votes among the 1,614 ballots. That's in 2012. So let's say there was around 3,000 people then, maybe less. But that would be about half the town votes there, and you have about 2,458 registered voters, but then the entire town includes children and other people who can't vote. So you have about half the town who can vote, and they do. It looks like Obama and McCain also had a small margin, not a small, but some margin of votes, right? It's not just like all one way, all versus the other way. And I think I get the general feeling like that of many towns in New Jersey. But as you go towards more Sussex County, you'll see more of that. And driving there it takes a while. It's off exit 27B on the Interstate 80, which from where I'm at right now takes a while to get there. Anyway, enough about Stanhope without any pictures of Stanhope. Let's see what's going on with Wild West City. Is Stanhope Wild West City Part 1 in Stanhope? I did not see this. I will check it out next time. Let's see what this is about. This does not, I mean, this looks like a part of Stanhope, but these like little, you know, one house town kind of structures didn't exist there. I mean, maybe they just put them up when this Wild West City thing happens, or...
Howdy, young town folks and young at heart. Wild West City welcomes you to the best of the West in the heart of the East. Wild West City of Netcong, New Jersey.
I said Netcong. I get Netcong and Stanhope are related.
Takes you back in time to the days of the Western frontier and the heyday of the cowboy.
Okay, well, I guess, okay, you can all guess what that's about, right? So, at some point I'll go see it. Anyway, what else to do for the next few minutes? I'm just trying to get the theme of these days started. I really want to start with the news, but there's my white-headed nurse from yesterday. So let's talk about the news a little, see what's going on today. Trump denies being told of Russian bounties to kill U.S. troops. Okay. I don't know. I haven't looked into that yet. Florida breaks single-day record with 9,585 COVID cases. So I guess that's because of more testing and things like that. But, it depends. Like people will say, why is that happening in Florida? And, I'm not going to get too much into that, right? But now it's even controversial to say that you'll avoid the politics of something, right? So AMC, I remember, I got in trouble because they said that their customers may have to wear masks when going in. So that's the thing in going into the movie theaters, and it's been a while. So in just the AMC movies, I forget they also have channels too. But the issue is that air new Breaking Bad content. He's dead, isn't he? Oh, sorry if that was a face reality check. Okay, so that's the thing. So you have to wear none of that. Okay. Yeah, my sections have been saved. Doesn't matter. Where am I anyway, right? Doesn't matter. So earlier this month, AMC Entertainment announced its plans to reopen virtually all of its 1,000 theaters in the globe. I want that to happen. I think Periscope will follow suit. With movies to show, its revenue for the last 2 weeks of the first quarter came to a halt. That sucks, coming to a halt from, 1.2 billion? Okay. Lost widened to roughly one. I mean, I'm the once a week movie guy, right? And I'm not a movie snob, but I do like to see it's as part of thing that I do with my family, see a movie every week, and myself, But that kind of came to a halt. And you can watch a movie on Netflix, whatever. But it's kind of like the whole point is to go out, get the experience, keep that as part of your repertoire, etc. And I've been unable to do that ever since, in the same way. Right, so social distancing rules, AMC plans to restrict the number of people it will allow into its theaters one time. Okay, that makes sense. AMC is starting with less than full theaters. Of course, people must feel comfortable going to a theater with coronavirus cases on the rise in certain U.S. cities. That's not a sure thing. On top of that, local government authorities may pause their reopening plans to impose stricter guidelines. Well, that depends which AMC, and I think it looks like in New Jersey that might... Well, I mean, there has to be a little experiment. That has to go forward. It looks like, in general, New Jersey is getting better, right? If I look at COVID cases, let's see... New Jersey COVID cases. Let's see. I'm glad I have an infinite library here. 36 deaths in New Jersey. So that's the lowest, I believe. 347, 36. So it's kind of almost gone to a, much. I wouldn't say minuscule, because there's the line that people like to parrot right now is that no life is minuscule, and it's true. But you would think that certain things might have been done differently if that was the case. But it looks like so far New Jersey is doing well in that regard. I mean, the thing is, you don't know how many people are getting tests, etc., 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 etc. But whatever the case is, manage how your partners use data. You know what? Fuck that, man. I'm not gonna manage that. But even before the coronavirus, AMC was battling streaming services like Netflix. They were seeking to shorten the time frame between movies' theatrical release when it's available for home viewing. Yes, I've been noticing that the time frame has been decreasing. The popular streaming service added 15.8 billion paid subscribers in the first quarter. See, Netflix is doing crazy well. AMC, I mean, if there's a fight between AMC and Netflix, it's right now at this point in time, Netflix is gonna whoop AMC. But anyway, there's a lot of things. The things is, the thing I wanted to bring up was the mask, is that people are complaining and turning into a political issue. AMC got in trouble. I think their CEO got in trouble because he says he doesn't want to make it, he wants the employees to wear masks, but he didn't want to actually wear a mask himself because he didn't want to make it a political issue. Now, strange. That's a political issue regardless, right? Like, so the thing is, he got, and the thing is, saying that you don't want to make it a political issue kind of puts you in a corner, which he did get in trouble for. And he said he backtracked that like right away. I thought that was interesting. I was hearing that on Bloomberg actually. So the whole thing is that you gotta wear masks, customers gotta wear masks, but the hard thing is gonna be enforcing it, right? Like, are the customers going to enforce the mask policy? Like, are the customers going to be able to, not the customers, the employees going to be able to enforce the mask policy on customers who are non-complying without security there? I mean, like, customers will feel offended. You need security. I think you absolutely, at this point in time, I think you absolutely need security guards there to say, you can't come in without a mask. Okay, every place, and that's kind of sucks because then everyone has to hire securities to make sure that, movie theaters already had securities because of the 2012 incident with the Aurora, I believe it was the Aurora shooting. So, you're gonna have to there's just gonna have to be security either way. Okay. That's a lot of stuff. I'm going to put a cap in this, like I said, the point of these videos is the search for eternal life. One day I'll get back to that. I just have had a little bit of a struggle to try to, make sure that I can do that. It's just timing and stuff doesn't work as well. Okay, I'll see you guys later. It's time to bounce.